Hello, and welcome to the Lorcana Muses Podcast. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we are so happy to have you today. We are more than grateful to North Valley Games Mesa for hosting us again while we're recording. And we are super excited because we have two guest speakers today.
Yay!
I'm Little Marc.
And I'm Big Marc.
Tell us just a little bit about yourselves.
So we are a father-son duo that loves playing card games together. We just decided that I've always loved playing card games and decided that I wanted to get my family into it. So I tried to get everybody to play a game of Lorcana. And the only one that the one that won the game is the one that decided that he wanted to play it.
Yeah.
So
Nobody else decided they liked it.
no, it was too overwhelming for my wife, and my daughter just said she doesn't like card games.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I did, off of your guys' advice, I did pick up the Gateway product, and I'm trying to force her to play it. I mean, gently persuade her to play it.
Never force.
Yes.
Well, that's cool. So what other card game experience have you played? Or
I
have?
played a little bit of Pokemon, but
Okay.
I didn't play much. I just collected it most of the time. Somebody ruined it for me with an annoying deck.
Oh, tell us, what deck was it?
It was a deck with the Ho-Oh, and it just kept reviving itself over and over and over again.
That is a pretty troll deck for you to play.
I didn't know anything about Pokemon really, except the seizure-inducing cards that you get.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I just picked, I think it was a starter deck that I picked,
Mm-hmm.
and we just started playing, and I just kind of modified that. So
Fun.
Yeah.
What else?
I played Magic when I was his age, and that's kind of what got me into wanting to make sure that, you know, he enjoys it,
Mhm.
keeps into it. So, one of the cool things that I did with him that I wish my dad would have done, when I played Magic, I played a lot of Magic, and I had a lot of really good cards. I had a Black Lotus. I had I had some really good cards, and I traded them for a PlayStation when it came out. Just gave the Vault and gave it to us.
Priorities.
Yeah. So, but what I've done with Lorcana with him is, so each set so far, out of the 5 sets, we've got a full binder of just the regular base set, no enchanteds. I mean, we pull them great. But we do the base set, and then we do a binder for the foils as well. And then I do one sealed product of each product for each set. And I just kind of put it away for him. So, you know, at some point when he's older, you know, he has kids, I hope. And I mean, even if he doesn't, when he's older, then he can either, you know, look at them, sell them if they're worth anything.
Yeah.
If not, he can remember the fun times that we had playing, you know, with all the people that we met. So
That's really cool. I know when I was collecting Pokemon as a kid, I didn't think they were worth anything, so traded them away for gum or candy or bracelets, and here we are now. So what were your initial impressions of Lorcana? Like, what did you guys find so fun and wanted to continue playing?
I found that it was much easier to understand. So, like, I feel like if it's easier to understand, it's more fun because, like, more people are going to be playing it
Yeah,
because it's easier.
more accessible.
Yeah.
when Pokemon was a little bit difficult
Yeah.
to understand, and the prize cards and all of that.
Yeah.
So you already talked about playing Pokemon and Magic, but what else do you love about this game in particular compared to those?
I love the ease of play. You know, you can jump in and you can just play the game. Like, you can kind of understand how it works pretty easily. When we first came to North Valley Games, I was talking to the owner and just trading him some cards. Well, giving him some cards because I don't like trading. And one of the employees was asked, "Hey, you know, what is Lorcana? How do I play it?" And me and JJ were talking and trading and stuff. And Little Marc said, "I'll teach you." And he taught Damien how to play.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Which was really cool. And it's the accessibility of the game is, I mean, it's characters from every different Disney genre too. You know, so you're seeing stuff that, like, when I was growing up, I get to see cards like Clarabelle, which is really cool to see that stuff, you know. And then the new stuff with the DuckTales, that was kind of his generation too.
Yeah.
So
That's really neat. What brought you, how did you find out about like league nights and what made you guys start going?
That was all my dad.
Yeah.
So I looked, I think it was on Facebook. There was a Facebook group of Lorcana, and we just decided to find a place that was closest to us. So we found Authority, whatever it is. We found them, and then just kind of started going there. There was only a couple of people that showed up to start because nobody could get their hands on any product anyway.
Yeah.
But we kept going every week, and they had the pins and the promo cards and stuff, which was really cool, just to give to him to make sure he had, you know, something that he could play with.
Cool.
So what was like the first deck that you built or you played with?
I started with the Sapphire Steel starter deck, and I heavily modified it to my blue steel I now play with.
So you love blue steel?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Die hard blue steel, yep.
Yeah.
That's what he's always played, and that's why I hate steel.
You and me both.
It's like it's the worst color. I hate it.
I do not
color.
not do it at all.
I mean, with this new set, I was kind of feeling like I wanted to go to it because I did a draft and picked the Snow Whites. I picked one of them and then pulled one of them, and I was like, and it helped me almost win the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I got to beat Daryl, and that was a fun thing.
Always a fun experience.
Always a thing. It's the best feeling in the world. I also built a night deck at the very beginning of the set, and it was very fun, but it was not my style.
Yeah.
It was a fun theme deck at least.
Leave the steel players to the steel.
Yeah.
Or the steel players.
For real.
So what challenges have come up, if any, from playing alongside each other? I would imagine that's not always rainbow and sunshine.
He
Beats you most of the time.
beats me most of the time. And it's not a I don't take it easy on him. You know, I don't like it's one of those things where I was starting out like, oh, I'm gonna take it easy on him, and then he started winning like real bad, like real quick. And I think he blanked me one game, and that was just like, okay, I can't let this happen. I don't know lore. Because I was just trying to kind of figure out the cards and stuff, but he was just like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to quest. I'm like, oh, all right. So, but it's helped us because, I mean, we do the league nights every week. And whenever a new set comes out, we get to buy, unfortunately, we get to buy a case. So we get to open those together, and that's really fun. Like my wife doesn't like the game. But she does like opening packs, which is great.
Who doesn't?
I know. And she actually pulled an enchanted for this set.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, it's a shiny card. And she was all excited. I was like, humbly, we can use that.
I do love the shinies.
So how do you, I know as a parent, I'm always wondering this question, help him with learning? It sounds like he doesn't lose, but when he does lose, kind of quelling those, it's okay to lose and being a good sport about it. It's something I'm trying to teach my daughter right now. It's not easy.
I learned that mostly from my football coach.
Okay.
Because we lost quite a bit in the first 2 seasons, and then we started like getting second place every time, and then we finally beat them. It was just really fun.
Yeah.
And that's part of it. And for the Lorcana side of it, the coolest thing, there's a couple of different instances that I have that is kind of like pivotal moments for me as a dad, which was we went to our first tournament, and it was in Glendale, I think. And it was the one we went with Andy and Andrew. No, not the Gen Con.
Oh.
It was a tournament that we went to, and there was a lot of people there, and we did not do particularly well. Neither of us. He ended up not winning one game, and it was that point where I was like, okay, is he going to stop playing now because he lost all of it?
Mm-hmm.
Or is he going to take the other route and say, okay, I lost, now I need to do something to make it better? And that's kind of what we talked about, where it was more, hey, what did you do? What deck did you play? Like, how did you play it? What things did you see and stuff like that? Was it the decks that you played against or what it was?
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool to see him just kind of adjust to that and decide that, hey, you know what? I do want to do this, and we did a couple of different events where it was a kid-only event that Noah put on, another one of our people that are in our group. And he's very big on building the youth community that as well, which is great because it's fun to have him, come to league night and come to, conventions and competitions and stuff. It's tough for me as a dad to see,
No other kids playing.
Yeah, well, not just no other kids playing. There's sometimes there's kids playing, but some of the adults get pretty intense, and I don't like that when it's my son. And I have I think the set champion for Ursula, I have a bad dad moment for that because we were at a competition, and there was a player that came up, and he put his Stitch champion mat and his Ursula champion mat, and then played a discard deck against me. And I just quit. I just told him, I said, all right. I said, you have the win. Here you go. Like I didn't want to play against that. And I think it was like a learning moment for me to, for one, not take it as serious.
Yeah.
It's Disney. And it could have been a better moment for me to teach him, hey, sometimes you have to deal with that stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's just, we ended up leaving that tournament and went to another one where I think you went second place on that one.
I did go second place on that one.
Yes, which is great. We had a lot more fun there.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot, it was a different crowd.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, that you have to find the right crowd of where you're going.
Right.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I will say there are definitely stores that I enjoy playing tournaments at more than others. And it has to do with who's there, but it also has to do with the atmosphere of the store, how they're running things, because I think a lot of players take their cue from the vibe of the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's something we talk about a lot on the podcast, is like, this is a Disney game. You are playing with princesses, sir.
Yes. Yes.
This doesn't need to be so serious, but
yeah, it can be competitive without being obnoxious.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So finding those right people, I think, is important, and we've done that.
Yeah. I think we're building a good community.
Yeah. And it's good for him to play against people that, he doesn't like, because he's going to have to deal with that in life. And it helps me kind of as a dad, push him a little bit to be like, hey, sometimes you're going to be out of your comfort zone doing stuff, and just, you have to kind of do it and see how it works out. Kind of like doing a podcast where you're a little apprehensive about it, but I think it's pretty fun for you to do.
We're fine.
So we talked about what Little Marc's favorite deck to play was. Big Marc, what is your favorite deck to play with?
Mine is the red blue deck. Because it sucks for me because it's colorblind. I'm colorblind. He's not. So I always have to ask him, hey, what color is this? So, but I always like red blue. Because I like red for the control, because I just don't want you to do anything. I want you to have your cards out there and then think you're going to do something and be like,
no fun.
Wait a minute.
That's why I like Ruby too. That's my favorite part of it.
You would think you would also like steel.
It's not the same.
It's not.
It is a very different form of control.
Yeah, it's more of a, you put that out? Okay, see you later. Let me damage it. Okay, let me damage that one, and then you put.
Yeah, no, I like the full removal options with Ruby versus the tink 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 tink.
When we have the greatest card, which is the Be Prepared. Which is the greatest card ever. I know he loves it.
I'm right there with you, little Marc.
Look, love that look.
Hate that card.
Yes,
love it.
So describe your experience with, well, I guess we already discussed that. Describe your experience with competitive play, but how do you guys stay engaged besides league night with the Lorcana community?
So I try to, I I try to just engage with on Facebook, on Discord, kind of stay in the know of what's going on with the community when they're doing different tournaments and things like that. I think that one thing that I tried to add was we were going to do a draft, a multi-set draft, which I think would be really fun to do. I think just trying to get into kind of gauge interest in the community and see if that's something that they want to do or how they want to do that. I think one thing that we wanted to do, which kind of ties into what we brought for you. We brought a couple of things for you, and I talked to JJ about it as well before. So because you guys are starting out this podcast and I want to help you guys grow it, I would like to have you guys sponsor a tournament for them. And the prize would be the Scrooge McDuck PSA 10.
Oh, wow. I love that. Oh, I love that too.
So that would help you guys grow this and, you
hear it first. The Lorcana Muses tournament coming up.
Yes.
TBD. That's amazing.
So,
well, we love the support. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, I was like, I don't know what to say. I'm so excited.
yes. And that's just the stuff that I like to do more than anything. I think is pay it forward for everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's one good thing that I've taught Little Marc as well. Because he'll see people that don't have cards, or because when he gets his games because of the deck that he plays, his games are fast, really fast.
Yep.
Mine, they take a little bit longer. So
just a tad. There's a slight time.
I've rhyme to play against a few people.
But he has time to kind of walk around and chat with other people.
Yeah.
Doing and know, hey, he'll come up and say, hey, Dad, this person's looking for this card. Do we have it? And we get it, and he'll go give it to him.
I love that. I think our community does a really good job about that altogether, because I know last week we were all opening packs just to find one card for another player.
Yeah, we were looking for an uncommon, and we opened probably 15 packs looking for an uncommon that we did not remember was in
the starter
deck. So, we opened a bunch of packs and then bought a starter deck because we couldn't open it.
But then there was
15 packs.
There was a new player too who hadn't seen a lot of the packs yet from Shimmering Skies, and he was looking for a particular card. And I said, "Here, just have it. I mean, I already have a playset at home." And he's like, "Well, I want to trade for it." I said, "No, you have it. I don't want it.
Yes,
I don't want your trade."
Well, yeah, because like Daryl and I, we made a box. We were going through a bunch of our commons and uncommons from sets 1, 2, and 3. So we have them in a separate box than our uncommons from 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And we just kind of were like, these are all things that a new player would need. We put them all in a box. And we brought them to somebody that was just brand new, who didn't have much access to sets 1 and 2. Like, we didn't have a lot of rares and above to give from those sets, but we did have a lot of commons and uncommons. So
yeah, absolutely.
Basically like a box worth of commons and uncommons from those sets.
Do you want to talk about what we did for your friend Finn and his dad?
Oh, yeah. We gave him, like, all of our uncommon commons from set 3 or 2 or both.
I think it was both. I think we gave him a lot of. It wasn't just uncommons and commons. It was just a bunch of different cards, just because they were just starting out on it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I want to help, for one, grow the community. For two, it'd be great for somebody that just getting into the game that has no knowledge of it, and his dad has no clue. He was not a nerd in any way. He was a skater, so he has no clue about the nerd stuff. So it was pretty cool to gift them some cards to have them play. And then apparently, how does it go now with them? Is Finn too good?
No, I guess Finn does. If his dad doesn't want to play with him, well, I don't really know, actually.
I thought that if Finn's dad beats him every time, because Finn won't make a new deck.
No.
Is it the other way? If Finn beats him?
They beat each other equally. I just think they stopped playing.
Okay. Well, we got to get him into it then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we want more
into the dark side.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? So, Big Marc, what advice do you have for other parents and kids looking to get into the game with each other?
Just making sure that you're open to them, and don't, when you play with them, it's it's really, really good for kids for reading comprehension.
Absolutely.
Like it's ridiculously good. It's helped him, I think, a lot more strategy, like trying to understand. Hey, this is cause and effect of what I can do. And then because I had a lunch today with a client, and I was telling him about it. He's like, I've been looking for something to get into with my family, where, it's something that's easy that you can have a box with you or a deck box with you and you guys can play. You don't have to have a huge area. You have a decent amount of space, but you can play and get in with the family with that. So
That's cool. No, absolutely. I've seen my daughter go from no desire to learn how to read whatsoever to, I want to play Lorcana, so I will learn to read. And then that gateway game, I can't speak highly enough about it, has just jump-started her entire Lorcana career. So my kids have no hope. They were born from nerds. They will be nerds.
And my wife's not a nerd at all. Like she's a different type of nerd. She's a book nerd.
Yeah.
She lettered in athletic, and most people letter in athletics. She lettered in school.
Love it.
She had a letterman's jacket from school, and it was really kind of.
As someone who also had a letter from school, I completely understand.
I got my degree in literature, so I get it. I love books.
So that's why I want to get her into it, because I know if she gets into it, she'll like
it. Yeah.
But then again, that will hit my wallet really, really hard, because
just make her a Belle themed deck. The ultimate book girly.
Yes.
How do you balance time with Little Marc with your other kids? I know, since they don't play Lorcana.
I try to make sure I set time away because I have a 16-year-old daughter. So she has a lot of teenage angst. So I try to make sure that
we don't remember
time
days.
No, not at all.
I try to make sure that we do separate things.
Yeah.
As far as we'll go see movies or something like that.
Cool.
Just to make sure that it's kind of one-on-one time with her and me, and then I'll watch the baby while mom takes her, and then mom takes Little Marc sometimes to go to different things and stuff like that. So,
Rad.
yeah.
You'll have to bring her out. Maybe just leave Dad at home and bring her to Lorcana night.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
that would be fun.
So, Little Marc, what is one of your favorite memories when it comes to playing Lorcana?
The first league night, because it got me really into the game because I got 4th place. So out of the 1, 2, and 3. So I was so close to winning. So it encouraged me to play more. So it was just really fun in that moment, just to have fun and go for gold. It's just really fun to play the game.
Oh, I like that. Do you have a certain style? So your dad was saying how your games are over pretty quickly. Do you have a certain style of why your games go quickly? What's your favorite,
I usually rush to 6 ink immediately so I can get any card that I draw out. And I just get as much ink as I can after that to play everything. Once I had 20 ink and played a whole hand because the whole new world did.
Yeah. See, that's the way to do it.
So you say your deck's more of aggressive inking and then lots of aggro type characters.
That's cool.
All right, rapid fire. Okay, so we're gonna ask what we're asking every guest. So, what is your favorite Lorcana card?
Okay.
And then after that, favorite ink combo, and then favorite Disney movie and character. So think about that real fast. 3, 2, 1. Little Marc, go.
My favorite Disney Lorcana card is Big Goofy because I used to play the Mickey Mouse and Big Goofy. It was really fun.
The steel.
The night one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, night for day.
Yeah, he did the Mickey trumpeter combo.
Yeah.
He wrecked me with that one game. It was bad.
No, I can see it. I can see it.
Yes.
All right. So favorite Lorcana card, favorite ink combo.
Ink combo. No. Probably ink a tank, play a tank. Because it's just funny.
That's fair.
That is fair. Okay, and then favorite Disney movie and character.
My favorite Disney movie is probably Coco, and I like Dante. Dante is the best.
Dante is really great.
It's good. It's good. All right. Big Mark.
All right, my favorite card. Jeez.
It's hard. It's such a hard.
It's a thing. I think that my favorite card is Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out that DuckTales were in, I was like, if there isn't a chance in a Scrooge, I'm getting it.
I love DuckTales. Yep.
Yeah, DuckTales is one of my favorites, but my favorite ink combo is the one jump. Like,
Yeah.
I love one jump. And what I do in the deck that I'm running, I have a queen, the Queen of Hearts. So on an aggro deck, I try to have the Queen of Hearts out and then have 2 one jumps in my hand so I can sing one and ink one. So
Gross.
and I'm just way ahead on ink.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's rough.
Yeah. But that's what I do with those. And then my favorite character and my favorite movie of Disney is not really, it's like an off-brand Disney kind of, but it's Big Hero 6.
Oh,
I love
movie. I love
I
that.
absolutely love Big Hero 6. I think it was the coolest thing when the movie was really good. Jerker, you have to add.
Oh, absolutely.
Falling. Yes.
Yeah. And then they came out with the show, and the show was incredible.
The show is really good.
I haven't seen
Really
the show.
surprised.
I haven't seen
Very
the
good.
show.
Really
I have
good. And there's
seen
like, I think they have like 4 or 5 seasons of it. And
Wow.
it's really, really good.
Okay.
I think we watched that like every week when it came out.
Yeah.
So let's watch.
Is it Baymax then is the favorite character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say, well, my favorite character is Scrooge.
Oh, well, yeah.
100%.
Scrooge.
And then the Baymax is the movie, or the
The
Big Hero 6 is the movie. So I can't wait until that IP comes. So
we're very excited.
Hear that? Hear that, Ravensburger? Big Hero 6.
Not before a Goofy movie.
Okay. Not before then.
I'm holding out hope. Come on.
Speaking of IP coming up, what are you looking forward to most in Lorcana?
I think it's the Big Hero 6. So I can't wait for that to come out. And you can do so many different things with it because in the show, because like the movie, there was a couple of different characters, but the show like super expanded on it. And there's so many cool characters that they added in. So I think it would be really cool to have that set in.
I'm excited for the Pixar in 2026.
Yeah.
It's really far away, but it's going to be really, really cool with Jack Skellington and stuff.
Yeah.
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 What other Pixar movies are you hoping for?
Monsters, Inc., definitely.
That'd be a fun one.
Mike Wazowski. I just want them to put Mike Wazowski on a card, but have his face be covered by something because that's happened in the movie all the time.
Yeah.
That would just be so funny, or at least on the commercials and things for it.
Or I was gonna say, or even on the box.
On the box, yeah, have it cover his face. But I just like little things like that are kind of quirky.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that on the last episode, you guys were talking about who you think the next villain is going to be, and where they're going to take the whole story with the lore. And I think it's really cool. And me and Mark were talking about it in the car after we listened to the podcast. And what did we come up with? What do we think that the actual villain is going to be?
I think the villain is going to be Captain Hook.
Oh.
Why do you think it's going to be Captain Hook?
Because there's been like 3 pirate characters like the entire set, and the Mickey and Friends pirate like collection just got introduced. So I think it would be a good opportunity for Ravensburger.
Oh,
That's a good.
I like that
That's a good theory.
theory at all.
That goes with like us kind of thinking that next set's going to be like water or sea based with the Azurite Sea.
Yeah, and that's it was funny because he said the Captain Hook thing, and then I was like, hey buddy, check this out, and because there was a leak with the all the pirate characters,
Yeah.
and I was like,
And it all goes down.
there for a kid to come up with that.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Captain Hook.
Yes.
Interesting.
I like that idea.
I do
mean,
too.
I love all the villains.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with anybody. But no, that's very interesting. I could see that.
And I was thinking about making the villains or the heroes into villains, and I like that whole concept. Because there is no I mean, obviously, I don't think they're going to take the primary characters, but like, you know, if you could have and what was it? What were you calling it? What were you talking about with the cards where you want to see in future sets where they have a card that lets you take somebody's card, like a doppelganger?
Like a lifesteal ability, kind of like a shapeshifter. With like, if you kill a character with that card, you replace the card with the card that you attacked with.
Mm-hmm.
So you take their card and you put it onto your board, and you can use that card now if you kill it with the shapeshifter.
Okay, so it'd be like, it's like mimicking whatever their ability would be. I like that idea. It's an ability of a card. So
yeah, that's a really cool ability. I'd love to do that. I'm looking forward to introducing more to this game, and I know it's a year old, but
I want them to add more without making the game too complex for new players.
Yeah.
So I know they need to do it step by step, but we still want it to be easily accessible for everyone. So I feel like if they add too many things, but like having one-off characters be able to do things like that and maybe not make it a full like mechanic that's always around, that would be good.
I think that makes for a healthy meta too, and keeping the meta changing and going is adding new techniques and new stuff in there. So
yes.
All right, so the Marcs brought us each a pack to open, and we're going to kind of analyze and look at the cards that we got, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about some draft strategies and what the abilities of each card is. All right,
let's see.
Steph, why don't you start us off?
I've got Hypnotic Strength here, Kenai, the Minnie Mouse Quick Thinking Inventor.
I love the art on that card.
I do too. I love all the food fight art. I think that's been the most fun.
It's so fun, so colorful.
I have Break Free as an action, the Obscurosphere, Rudy.
I'm sorry.
Ed, Hysterical Party Goer. I love this card. Alan and Dale.
I love him. That's in my brew deck that I'm making.
Is it a Steel Song?
It is not.
Okay.
How did you not?
He's in my Steel Song, my aggro version of it, and I really like what he's been doing. And then we have the Seven Dwarves Mine, the Sword Released. Ooh, Anna.
All right, legendary.
And then a foil Pacha.
Nice.
I love the Pacha. Looks really cool too.
Okay.
You got a legendary.
Very
all right.
Yeah.
All right, Little Marc.
I have the Healing Hanger from, I don't know, actually. I have the Queen, Coolest of Them All, Mickey Mouse, Enthusiastic Dancer, Fauna, Good Fairy, Archimedes, Expected Owl, Kronk, Unlicensed Investigator, Merlin's Cottage, The Wizard's Head, Amethyst Chromosome, The Item, Minnie Mouse, Dazzling Dancer, Chica, Dedicated Mother, Don't Let the Frostbite Bite, and a Stitch, Team Underdog.
I love that Stitch card.
It's so fun.
Yeah. It's a great draft card.
Yeah, it is.
It helped me win quite a bit. With the dwarfs that I kind of put together on that. So having him in there, it was pretty brutal.
Well, and it's an extended art card, and those are always my favorite when you can put them next to each other and have them play.
Yes.
So
is it tug of war?
Yeah, it's with war.
With
Tinkerbell on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's a rare.
All right.
Good.
Big Marc, you want to?
Yes. So I got Gazelle Popstar, which I love that they put her in there. So cool. What is this? Tana, Wise Woman, Pete, Pace Street Jumper, Robin Hood, Archery Contestant, Maleficent, Vengeful Sorceress, Mickey Mouse, Food Fight Defender.
More food fight.
One of my favorite looking art cards, because I absolutely love the Emperor's New Groove, all funned out.
It's so good.
It looks so...
It captures that movie perfectly.
Yes.
I love the foil version of that card because the rain is so perfect in it. It's really great.
The Monstro Whale of a Whale, Turbo, the Royal Hack. So excited about Turbo when I saw those cards.
Turbo-tastic.
Yeah, love him. Coda, Talkative Cub. Ooh, Grumpy, Skeptical Knight. And then for my foil, it's the Hypnotic Deduction.
Ooh.
With his
evil eyes.
All right, my pack. Merlin Turtle, because we needed more Merlin cards. Fix-It Felix Jr., the Bodyguard. Chaka, Impressive Daughter. A great draft card.
Yeah, she's a good one.
Yeah.
Radigan, Raging Rat. Ed, Laughing Hyenas. Just hyena, a singular one. Sneezy, Noisy Knight. Mother Gothel, Conceited Manipulator. I love how offended you see how offended to be behind that barrier. Rapunzel's Tower. Simba, Son of Mufasa. I love the art on this card and the fact that his crown is like made out of leaves. It cracks me up. Basil's Magnifying Glass.
Ooh, another
Legendary. Arthur, King Victorious.
Excellent.
And then a hollow Belle of the Ball. And this is my favorite princess. So that was wonderful.
There it goes.
Perfect.
Thank you for bringing those.
Yes, thank you.
And then I think the last thing we have for you guys that
We're being spoiled.
I know. Not us, right?
because one of the things that we love doing is I like making 3D printed items.
Mm-hmm.
So like whenever a new person comes in, I always make a lore, like give them a lore counter and have them make it for themselves. But for you guys, I decided to print new ones that have the Lorcana Muses on it. Then on the other side, it has your name on it.
Yeah, we will definitely have to show these on
Instagram
Instagram.
and Twitter.
Yes. So those are your new lore counter.
Thank you so much. Yeah, these look amazing.
The ones that you've made us before.
Yes.
So these are in our colors.
I know. I love it. Thank you.
Aww.
All of our other guests are going to need to spoil us or you know it now.
I got to set the bar. I know.
Oh, man.
We appreciate you guys having us on.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed having you.
We love being able to share our podcast with our community because that's why we started it, is we love the community so much.
Well, I feel like the more of our community we bring on, the bigger our community gets, the stronger we get.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you would like to share?
That's it. I just, again, thank you guys very much for having us on. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's really fun being on a podcast. I like the first of anyone in my class and like all of sixth grade.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we're excited to have you.
Well, I promise to bring my daughter to League Night so you have more kids to play with. And as always, you can find us at the Lorcana Muses Podcast on Instagram or the Lorcana Muses Pod on Twitter.
And also email us at the Lorcana Muses Podcast at gmail.com.
Thanks and have a great day and happy questing.
Happy questing.
Happy Quest Day.
Happy questing.